Welcome everybody, it's J Brad here, and today I've got something very special for you. Today is the 4th of May. That's right, it is International Star Wars Day. Or so I've been told. It's the day where Star Wars came out way back in the mid to late 70s. I believe it was on a May 4th. A lot of older folks may remember where they were when that faithful day premiered, but I know a lot of you other folks out there probably remember seeing it when you were kids yourselves. However, I'm sad to say, I haven't actually watched it. Not the original trilogy. No, seriously, I have not watched it. Not once. Yeah, I know. I'm this age, and I haven't seen one of the most famous movies of all time. Really? Really? Oh yeah. I'll admit, I have seen the prequels. I have not seen any of the newer Star Wars movies, whether they be the sequels or the betwequels, nor have I watched the original trilogy. I know it's kind of sacrilege to say in our modern product-obsessed America, but, it is what it is. But since it's the 4th of May, I decided that for International Star Wars Day, I would watch the first ever Star Wars movie, which is something that I'm actually kind of looking forward to tonight. You probably already know all the cool facts and such about Star Wars, so let's just get right down to it. Oh, we've got the 20th Century Fox music. And then there, of course, is the Lucasfilm logo before it was, redone. The classic line. Of course, you got to get excited for it. Now, of course, this part's gonna take a little bit of a while. Let's see here. It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory against the evil Galactic Empire. During the battle, Rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star, an armored space station with enough power to destroy an entire planet. Pursued by the Empire's sinister agents, Princess Leia races home aboard her starship, custodian of the stolen plans that can save her people and restore freedom to the galaxy. Now, admittedly, I have seen so many parodies of Star Wars that I kind of already know the whole movie. I mean, it's so embedded in our pop culture that, you sort of just learn these things by osmosis. Damn. That thing is... It's a... Jeez, that is a big ship. Wow. Of course, here's C-3PO and R2-D2. I don't know who that other robot is. I don't think I've seen that other robot anywhere. I don't understand the helmets. How... Something I'm wondering here. How is it that they don't have, some form of armor that's designed to protect them from lasers? Although it didn't really look like the stormtroopers fared much better. Wow. I've heard about how notoriously bad the aiming was for these guys, but here it comes. Here he is. The legend himself. Ugh, that breathing. Well, there's, of course, Princess Leia. I'm guessing that since they had mentioned it in the opening crawl, that she was like the custodian of some secret plans or something, she probably put it into R2. I just don't get the helmets. They look like little battle bots on their heads. Well,
Commander, tear this ship apart until you found those plans and bring me the passengers. I want them alive.
he broke his neck, but the guy put his arms up to make sure he didn't hit the wall. Oh, that one managed to get a hit. But yeah, I've heard how legendarily awful the stormtroopers' aim is. Why not just hold the guns up, you know, like this, or have some kind of rifle or something? Instead, they're holding it down like they're almost like they're Tommy guns.
The Imperial Senate will not sit still for this. When they hear you've attacked a diplomatic...
Don't act so surprised, Your Highness. You weren't on any mercy mission this time. Several transmissions were beamed to the ship by rebel spies. I want to know what...
Oh, he's got you there.
They sent you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan.
You are part of the rebel alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
Jeez, Darth Vader on Thought Patrol.
It's dangerous. We're going to retrieve them. See to it personally, Commander.
Wow, nothing gets past this guy.
Yes, sir.
I guess he's not just a pretty face.
We seem to be made to suffer. It's our lot in life.
Oh man, this guy's been
I've got to rest.
reading a lot of Schopenhauer.
Where do you think you're going? Well, I'm not going that way.
That way? That way there?
What makes you think there are settlements over there?
You're saying we should go that way? And I'm going this way. How's he going to get up that dune? He can barely bend his arms and legs. How's he going to climb up? God, he's lucky he doesn't have to worry about water, but what about all the sand getting into everything?
Functioning little twerp. This is all his...
What could that have been, I wonder?
He tricked me into going this way.
That's good world building. They're probably not going to answer it, but it keeps your brain thinking.
What's that?
What was this? What kind of wipe is that? Uh-oh. Oh no, it's Deliverance. Now, if I remember correctly, these little guys are called the... Not Java. Java. Why does R2 scream? He doesn't feel pain. Oh. I love how their language doesn't sound like any human language, because it's so easy to just take a pre-existing language and just switch a couple of consonants around and then, oh boom, you got foreign magical sci-fi language. But these guys, it doesn't sound like anything. Oh man, a lot of big ships in this movie. They're barely bigger than R2, and yet they need this giant thing to carry him around. I'm guessing these guys collect droids or something. Bug robot. Oh, they must be junkers or something. Oh, that's a person in there. That's very clearly a person. What I like is that they don't seem to need subtitles. Like the little beeps and boops, even the ones without faces, don't really seem to need subtitles to convey how they're, well, feeling, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I guess they're looking about...
Look, sir, droids.
What's with the wipe? I don't get it. Now, I know that the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi were played by either midgets or kids or something, because these don't look like grown-up people's bodies. These must be kids or something, because they definitely move around like kids.
Yeah, all right, fine. Let's go.
A little bit of an awkward introductory shot of Luke.
Be sure it speaks Bachi.
Doesn't look like we have much of a choice, but I'll remind him.
And there's the little motif of the music. Oh.
You, can you speak bocce? Of course I can, sir. It's like a second language to me. I'm a all right, shut up. I'll take this. Shutting up, sir. Luke!
Poor robots.
Take these two over to the garage, will you? I want them cleaned up before dinner.
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done. Now, come on, get to it.
Wasting time with his friends. Sounded like he was going to do chores. R2 got picked last in gym class.
I'll be very pleased with that one, sir. He really is in first-class condition. I've worked with him before. Here he comes.
I like how Luke is like, okay, dude, okay, we get it. They live in a little desert igloo.
Thank the maker. This oil bath is going to feel so good.
I'm guessing that's their god.
Case of dust. It just isn't fair. Oh, Biggs is right. I'm never gonna get out of here.
Is there anything I might do?
You know, I don't
Not unless you can alter time.
I don't hear the Joker or Ericus or any of the other famous characters Mark Hamill has voiced.
Not on this planet. What with the rebellion and all?
You know of the rebellion against the Empire?
That's how we came to be in your service, if you take my meaning.
Bro, you can't just blab about it after escaping.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. You're my only hope.
Wait a minute. I'm a little confused. So did she film it while looking? Okay, so it looks like she's filming it into R2-D2. So how is it that the recording is from that angle? I'm a little confused.
But with all we've been through, this little R2 unit has become a bit eccentric.
Eccentric, it's a robot. I don't know how you can be an eccentric robot.
There you go. Wait a minute, where'd she go? Bring her back. Play back the entire message.
Luke is like, bring my waifu back.
One you're carrying inside. I'm sorry, sir, but he appears to have picked up a slight flutter.
A flutter? Anybody who know about robots know what a flutter is and how do robots get them?
He's related to Ben. That wizard's just a crazy old man.
A wizard?
R2, I don't think he exists anymore. He died about the same time as your father.
You knew my father?
So just forget it.
Dude, you just brought it up. You just dropped this big info bomb on him and you're just like expecting him to not want to look into it. Wow, even on the other side of the universe, it's always the farm boys that get pulled into these crazy adventures.
Oh, and he can't stay here forever. Most of his friends have gone.
Are we going to meet his friends?
He's just not a farmer, Owen. He has too much of his father in him.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I know that Darth Vader is Luke's father. Oh, this is the famous shot. God, could you imagine living on a planet with two suns? When is it nighttime? The wipes again.
He's nowhere in sight.
Pardon me, sir, but couldn't we go after?
What does that one do? I want to know what all of the robots do. I'll probably have to get one of those big giant Star Wars encyclopedias that have the pictures of all of the robots and animals and ships cut in half. I remember those used to be big hits during this Scholastic Book Fair. See, again, I just want to explore all of the little doors and windows, and I just want to know what every little thing does. I want to know what that is. It looks like celery. These are the Tusken Raiders or whatever they're called. Oh, its face. Ugh. Oh, I don't know why its face bothers me.
Well, there are two banthas down there, but I don't see any.
Okay, so it's called a bantha. Why does it make that sound? Oh, it's the police! Okay, so here comes Obi-Wan.
Hello there.
Well, hello there.
Here, my Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now That's a name I've not heard in a long time.
So you're hiding, but you didn't change your last name either? No wonder it was so easy for him to find you. Aw, yikes. Treated him like the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz.
You fought in the Clone Wars?
The Clone Wars.
I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father.
I wish I'd known him.
Oh.
He was the best star pilot in the galaxy. And a cunning warrior. I understand you've become quite a good pilot yourself.
Oh, he can't tell him.
He's a good friend.
Oh, man.
Which reminds me of the day.
I feel like they should have done a little bit more with introducing Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Lightsaber.
Ah, here comes the introduction of one of the most famous artifacts. Oh, it's kind of flat.
Over 1,000
I always thought they were round,
Knights were the guardians
like this.
of peace and justice in the old republic. And where you come from.
I saw part of the message.
Did he just Fonzie the thing where he, like, pats it, turns it on?
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
I'm guessing that's where the name A New Hope comes from.
Most I see or wherever you're going.
You must do what you feel is right, of course.
I like how he's still allowing Luke to have some semblance of agency to make his own decisions. Because, of course, if he just held him by the hand the whole time, he wouldn't learn anything. It's very much like Merlin and King Arthur.
It is possible, however unlikely, they might find a weakness and exploit it.
What's up with that haircut?
Plans you refer to will
Everyone in this movie has weird hair.
Any attack made by the rebels again. Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes.
Uh-oh.
Clairvoyance enough to find the rebels' hidden fortress.
I am pinching your face.
disturb it.
I am pinching your face.
Enough of this.
I am pinching your throat.
God, that guy's cheekbones. Uh-oh. Oh no, the little dudes. Poor little fellers.
We are meant to.
Well, this doesn't look too good. Ah, they're igloo. Yikes. Got no choice now. Gonna be honest, not digging these wipes, they kind of take me out of whatever was going on in the scene. I'm half expecting a star wipe at some point. Also, why are their helmets so big? I don't know why it's all the way on there. Why don't they just have some guy with it?
Come with you to Alderaan. There's nothing for me here now.
This scene should be happening at his house.
Jedi like my father.
He just drove back to tell him something that he apparently already knew.
Mos Eisley Spaceport. You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
I don't know, bro. Have you ever been to Camden, New Jersey? Oh, there's another trash can.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
Wait a minute. Can they not hear him? Wait. Okay, so if it worked on the one guy, I get the one guy's in charge, but surely the other stormtroopers know what he's doing, right?
Force can have a strong influence on the weak-minded.
So there's like 4 humans here. Must feel very comfortable being a human in a place like this.
Hey, we don't serve their kind here.
What?
Your droids, they'll have to wait outside. We don't want them here.
Let's wait out by the speeder. We don't want any trouble.
Oh,
Agree with you, sir.
probably because they can record stuff. I can understand why they wouldn't want in a place like this. Bro, you can't just yoink on the bartender's jacket. Is that a werewolf? Also, it's a good thing that a lot of the aliens on this show are not just generic humanoid aliens. What's your problem? This guy's clearly drunk or something. fuck around, see what happens.
Han Solo. I'm captain of the Millennium Falcon. Chewie here tells me you're looking for passage to the Alderaan system.
Yes, indeed.
Wait a minute. Wait.
You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
How do they know what a Falcon is?
It's the ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs.
Okay then. It's in every one of these types of movies. When the cops come into the nightclub or the pub or the something.
Yes, I bet you have.
Got him. Everyone's just like, same shit, different day. You know, what I'm starting to like about this movie is that it seems like it's both a Western and a samurai epic at the same time, if that makes sense. But it's also like a space opera, clearly. But it also plays a lot like a fantasy, like an epic fantasy movie. Hey, wasn't that the guy who just died? You know, there's some Lego sets of this Millennium Falcon that run for thousands of dollars. I know that's kind of random, but I like his pants. He's very much dressed like a Clint Eastwood type of character. That planet looks like it's made of prosciutto. Now I'm starving. Oh, that's just like the shot in the beginning of the movie. Meanwhile... Ooh, I like the lighting here.
We've entered the Alderaan system.
Governor Talk. Recognize
Howdy, governor.
the more star systems will slip.
I wonder how they tied her hair up like that. I mean, I'm guessing it's a wig, obviously, but there's probably plenty of YouTube tutorials that teach, you know, how to do your hair up like Leia. Again with the weird helmets. What is the purpose of the shape of this helmet? Why is it shaped like this? Oh, bye-bye, home planet. Oh, they look like they're having a grand old time. They're just playing games. Oh, they're like little Ray Harryhausen monsters. Oh, they're so cute. I wish to pick them up and give them a little shake. Make them do a little dance. Oh. Wrecked. Again, I wish there could have been like a little scene where we get to see him start. I feel like just putting us into the middle of it without the build-up of him taking up the lightsaber against it for the first time. Oh, this is like in all of the... This is like in every fantasy movie where they make the kid wear a blindfold. It's like, trust your instincts. It's a TIE fighter. I know what these are. I used to have two little foam blaster thingies. Like, you know, kind of like a Nerf gun, but one was in the shape of an X-Wing and the other one was in the shape of a TIE fighter. Again, you know, I've never seen these movies before, and yet I even had Star Wars toys. Oh, a little Roomba. They're trying to not step on it while they're running. A good thing they brought 4 more guys. Those guys must have been on the elevator for quite some time. Obviously. Why is he holding it by, like, the hip?
The Force will be with you.
And also with you. I noticed that they did a little bit of a fast forward there. So that, it could make it look like it was going faster. It's pretty clever. There he is. There he goes. Little guy. Aww. Poor little RC thingy. Whatever it is. I don't know. I can't imagine. I'm going to need that encyclopedia to chop it in half and tell me what it does. Ooh, you got a black one. Why are their helmets so big? I don't get it. What purpose do they serve? Wow, very good at hiding.
Who is this? What's your operating number?
Me.
Conversation anyway.
Luke, we're gonna have company!
Oh my. Oh dear.
A little short for a stormtrooper.
Huh?
Wow, all they had to do was take their helmets off and all of a sudden they can see. See, Han Solo, he's holding his gun upright. These guys are all trying to shoot from the hip, like it's sawed-off shotgun or something. I wonder what these guns run on. Like, what are the bullets made out of? Because I doubt they have to worry about bullets. Or rather, shots like they are bullets. Aw. Oh, and there's gonna be like a monster or something in there.
You know, it's not gonna take them long to figure out what happened to us.
Could be worse.
Tch. Could be raining.
It's worse.
Quick, use the giant metal drinking straw.
If you don't mind, I'd like to take him down to maintenance.
All right.
Okay, I believe you. Hacker man. He's just walking through. No one's asking him who he is or what he's doing there. Why is it made like this? Why are these things always made like this? How is it that there's no key thing to the... You gotta... That's something very important. You need to be able to open it and with a key and do another key and...
Come on.
Or not.
Certainly has courage.
Good will it do us if he gets himself killed? Come on.
Why are they running? There's more... What was that for? Why did they go to the trouble of running away if they were like, hey, wait a minute, there's like 8 of us and 1 of him. All he's doing is screaming. But then again, they can't aim, so I guess like 8 of them is really worth like 3. Oh, he's got his hood up. Here we go. Here we go.
Your power's a weak, old man.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Ooh. Getting inside his head. Hey. Let's go watch Jedi fight! World Star Wars! World Star Wars! What? What? It just... He poofed? Since when does the lightsaber make you poof? I don't think you need that blanket. Luke seems to react pretty well to tragedy. I don't know what Luke knows about using a weapons system. How does he know what this stuff is? Oh, that's a cool helmet. Finally, a helmet that looks cool. Well, Darth Vader's helmet obviously is the coolest. Wow, even in space they suck at aiming.
Call that easy.
They're tracking us.
Not this ship, sister.
At least the information in R2 is still intact.
What's so important?
Well, that's good.
The technical readouts at that battle station. I only hope that when the data's analyzed, a weakness can be found. It's not over yet.
Han, she's not your sister. You're not the brother here. Whoa! That one had like 6 diamonds. They literally want to use every wipe available. And also with you. 30 minutes, what a coincidence. That's how much time we have left in the movie. Oh, it's just like an airport. It's like Top Gun.
Luke, the Force will be with you.
But will it be also with you, Obi-Wan? Oh, jeez. That thing is gonna, like, Majora's Mask into the planet. Here we go. Pew, pew, pew.
Luke, trust your feeling.
Dude, you've heard him like 3 times now. It's not the helmet. Ooh, he's going out there. Look at that guy's mustache. Oh, you got poo-poo. Can you undo the poo-poo, R2-D2? What's his name? Wedge? Well, like from Final Fantasy? Biggs and Wedge? Ooh. I can only imagine how mind-blowing this must have been when it first came out. Like, that shot. I could imagine a lot of people getting motion sickness from this. He almost sounded like Sean Connery for a second. I'll take them myself.
Should I have your ship standing by?
Evacuate? In our moment of triumph? I think you overestimate their chances.
He's gonna die.
Wait, coming in point 35. I see them.
Okay, so Darth Vader's is the special shaped one. Ooh, Darth Vader's following you. Ah, you see, he's telling Luke exactly, you gotta be the one to do it. Oh no. Oh shit.
Luke, at that speed, will you be able to pull out in time? It's just like Beggar's Canyon back home.
Well, I do kind of like how he keeps referencing back to home, even though he didn't really seem to care too much about leaving it.
Hurry, Luke, they're coming in much faster this time. We can't hold them. R2 trying to increase the power.
They're gonna get Mustache Man. Oh, Mustache Man's a goner. It's all up to you, Luke. Ooh-wee.
Use the Force, Luke.
Oh yes, that thing.
Let go, Luke.
The Force is strong with this one.
Huh.
Luke, trust me.
His computer's off. Luke, you switched off your targeting
Ooh,
computer.
ooh,
What's wrong?
ooh, ooh.
Nothing. I'm all right.
Good luck, little buddy. Owies.
I lost R2.
Rip.
I have you now.
What? Hey, he made it. Ooh. No.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
What? How did it turn? Oh, I guess they must have been like bombs or something. Well. that takes care of that.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
And also with you. I'm gonna keep making that joke. If I watch the next movies, I'm gonna make that joke every time. Sorry. Ooh, I like that jacket. Ooh, wow. Luke is looking really fresh. Oh my god, their helmets. Oh, I like her hair up this way. Oh, the hero gets a medal. This is like in every one of these types of movies. At the end, the prince or the princess or the king or the queen or whatever, they give the heroes a big medal or a big trophy or like a something. Oh, what? Chewie doesn't get anything? Aw. You did it! You saved everybody! Hooray! Well, that was it. Okay. Well. Yeah, you know, seeing so many parodies of this movie, or so many references made to this movie, I'm going to be honest, maybe if I had never seen any of them, all of this movie would have been fresh to me, but knowing so much about it, seeing so much of it, I almost felt like I have already seen the movie several times. This is like the first time I've ever actually like sat down and watched it. I'm going to be honest, I think I was expecting a bit more. I understand that it's the first film in the trilogy, and usually when you have situations like this, it's usually where the film sort of gets its groundings and it sort of establishes itself. Usually by the time the second or third movie comes along, particularly in a trilogy, I'm looking at things like, let's say, Lord of the Rings or the original Spider-Man films or things like that. Usually the second movie is usually where the filmmakers and the people who are making the movie, the people who are acting in the movie, the people composing the music, doing the effects, they all now know what exactly it is that works and what doesn't work. So while there were some things that I probably would have done differently in the original Star Wars trilogy, like for example, having a better establishment of the relationship between Luke and Obi-Wan, he says how he knows Obi-Wan, how he's like a figure in the area where they live, and yet we don't see him until ways into the movie. I think it probably would have helped if perhaps instead of Luke wanting to go hang out with his friends whom we didn't get to see in the movie, we probably should have had him want to go meet with Obi-Wan, someone whom he knows. That probably would have made it a little bit more weighted when he eventually dies towards the end. I also think maybe, first of all, okay, the whole thing with the wipes, I really could have done without those wipes. It was very distracting. I probably would have just done cuts, just like do like a cut or a J cut or something like that. There were a lot of really, really good establishing shots, but I think there probably could have been a little bit more done with different angles, particularly when characters are introduced. Like for example, when Vader walks in and he's got that kind of, that, you know, arms akimbo and he's looking around inspecting the place. Perhaps if maybe the camera had been lowered a little bit just to make him look a little bit bigger. I also think that there was that one shot with, what was his name, Tarkin, where it did a really good job with the lighting and the shadows, and I thought that looked really, really cool. I think stuff like that on the ship could have been done a little bit more, I think it would have made the colors and the infrastructure of the ship look a little bit more, I don't know, striking is I guess the word I would use. Now, obviously, in regards to the fight scene between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, again, I was expecting a little bit more, but at the same time, Alec Guinness was an old man when he made this movie, so I can't really expect him to be on the same level as, you know, Ewan McGregor was in the prequels. But, you know, all in all, I'd say that it was a pretty good movie. Maybe I'm just a little bit, I don't know, if I would say spoiled, or just having grown up in the 90s and 2000s and 2010s and now 2020s, it's just a matter of me not being there to experience it, and not only that, but experience it as a leap in technological advancement, a leap in cinematography and scope, and I would say storytelling, because there have been fantasy movies and science fiction movies done in the past, but, you know, something that does this epic space opera quest, rescue the princess type of thing, incorporating that into a sci-fi setting, what are basically tropes found in Arthurian, Tolkien-esque, you know, all of those type of fantasy works. I had mentioned in my video about the 14 punk films about Ray Punk and how Star Wars fits into that, and you definitely get that feeling mostly in, I think, the architecture of the buildings. There was like a bit of brutalism. I know brutalism isn't explicitly 70s, but there was a little bit of brutalism going on with some of the buildings. The colors, I think, obviously the haircuts. There was one guy I noticed in the council room where Darth Vader was talking to them, how he had like these really awesome mutton chops, and I thought that was pretty funny to see. I think that this movie is quite clearly a product of its time, and not only is it just a product of its time, but it was such a monumental, like I said, leap and bound into what film was capable of accomplishing, that it really sort of became, I can imagine it becoming like an instant classic, people wanting to see this movie 5-10 times when it came out, lines across the street. It was obviously a worldwide sensation. I would have liked to have been there to experience it, but with what I know now and with what technology and cinematography has been able to do these days, I gotta say, watching the movie, there were some things that I wish I could sort of go back in time and sort of whisper in the ear of George Lucas and say like, hey, what if we had like the camera at like a lower angle, or like, oh, what if, you know, we had like the music in like this little moment or something, or what if we had like the characters do something like this. Now, obviously there were probably deleted scenes that may or may not have assisted I should say, with this movie. Yeah, you know, what I saw for the first time in full was, you know, all right. I thought it was going to be a little bit more interesting. Well, I shouldn't have said interesting, but there were definitely parts that I think it could have heightened the suspense, it could have heightened the characterization, it could have heightened things just a little bit more. As far as how I would rate this movie, I would probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think that since I have so much of it spoiled for me, obviously a lot of the feelings that I have for it are going to be, I wouldn't say dampened, but knowing what I know now about it, it feels like all that's left to think about the movie is what I could have done differently. So I would say that it was good. I think it could have been a little better. It was better than okay, good. Obviously it's a cinematic milestone. But you know, that's Star Wars, New Hope, Episode 4. Now I plan on maybe watching the other 2 films in the original trilogy. Maybe then I will watch the prequel trilogy, and then afterwards I will see the sequel trilogy. So until next time, this is the Gentleman J. Brad signing out.